We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. As we advance through the second half of the season, Brent, how do you keep your focus as a player?
Well, what have you established, Kevin, to this point in the year? I mean, what are the habits that have gotten you to this point? Are they working for you? Are you staying consistent with those? And I think over the course of time, you're going to get more positive out of habits that are creating an environment for you to have better performances and not take you away from what the remainder of this grinding long season is all about.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Castellan at the 2. That one is no good. Pass to Vassell. And it's off from three-point range. Matthews passes to Smooth. No good. Shot missing. Good defense by Wembanyama. And Young kicks to Vassell. Here's Castle. To the paint. Here's Jackson. Good on the 13-footer.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
Here's Smooth. Driving to the basket.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Jackson, a screen on Matthews. Pass to Jackson. Here's Castle. His last outing, he had 24 points. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. 4 on the clock. Shoots the 3. Patton coming off the assist from Young.
And Trae knows he's going to get all the attention, does a good job of finding the open man.
Smooth passes to James. Pass to Whitehead. Here's Smooth. The teardrop falls in.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Out left to the wing. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating, not a lot of help.
Here's Smooth. A 20-point game for him in the win against Washington.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
So it's the Spurs now. Mexico City making their last shot.
And there is no hesitation on Vassell's catch-and-shoot jumpers. Any sort of room, and he's letting it fly.
And Mexico City calls their first time out of the game. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Devin Vassell.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now here's James. Hasn't made one yet. Shots good by Whitehead. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, you look at the lead changes. 6 already.
Pass to Vassell. And Wembanyama outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. So for Mexico City, their last game a win against the Wizards. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where you're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Here's Vassell. Mexico City making their last shot. Jackson misses. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
San Antonio making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Pass to Whitehead. There's B-Train. Guarded by Reed. B-Train's shot is good.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
And now the first timeout call here for the Spurs. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure in that one. Didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Here's Vassell. He had 10 points in the win against the Suns in Phoenix.
Defensive mindset tonight was huge. He was a real pest coming up with all those steals and had great activity.
And since he entered the league, Vassell's playmaking has really come a long way. He is a solid creator.
Here's Whitehead, who's coming off a 13-point game against Washington. Here's B-Train, guarded by Reed. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Hardaway's checked in for the Spurs. And that one misses. Spurs trail by 5. Puts it up. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Pass to Whitehead. It's Matthews on the wing. Pocket 6. Here's B-Train. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. B-Train's got 12 points in the game.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Reed with a screen on Matthews. And Young kicks to Reed. Offline with his three. And so Whitehead will bring it up for Mexico City. It's a 5-point game. Smooth, that's good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Spurs have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Young sets a screen for Hardaway. To the right side. Here's Castle. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. 8 points for him.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now. And he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Whitehead's shot is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Jackson from long range. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Whitehead's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Matthew. A 3. Rebounded by Castle. Spurs trail by 5. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Caught up with Mexico City's head coach. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thank you, David. San Antonio making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Here's Mills. San Antonio with the rebound. Here's Castle. He's got 9. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Timeout called here. Mexico City decides to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Now, here is Irving. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And it's out of bounds. It's still Mexico City's ball. Fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Spurs trail by 4. Now here's Mills. Really played well against Phoenix in his last outing. George against Jackson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And between his footwork and height, Jackson is a tough matchup for defenders. Here he takes full advantage and draws the foul.
Jackson hits both of them.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
There's the screen to the middle. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Castle. It's good. This game is all even. Castle's got 14.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
And Matthews kicks to Irving. Down low. Stolen by Reed. Here's Castle. 14 points for him. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Jackson misses.
Yeah, and the height disadvantage there forced him into a really tough shot. Tried to fade away, but just couldn't pull it off.
Now, here is Irving. Over Castle. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. And San Antonio shooting 47% here so far. Outside Jackson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jackson's got the game tied up here for San Antonio.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
George passes to Matthews. Mexico City moving it around. Back to Irving. Hits Matthews on the wing. Pass to Mills. Just 5 to shoot. Reed with the rebound. They could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
Mills passes to Reed. It's tipped. Shoots over Mills. Reed misses. Mexico City is on 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Outside Irving. Sweet little floater. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. San Antonio trailing here. Here's Castle. 14 points for him. And the wide open shot from Reed. Drains it from beyond the arc. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Irving. Defense right on him. 3 for Matthews. The offensive rebound. Pass to George. Here is Carr. Back to George. 3 for Matthews. That one, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And here's Mills. Here's Castle. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now it's a 3-point Spurs lead.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Turner. Keefe is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Young, and it's Mills in at the 2-guard spot.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And here's Young. 17 points for him last game against Phoenix. Out to Turner. There's the triple. And James pulls it down. Mexico City trails by 5 to the inside. B-Train. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 14. Points for B-Train.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now Young. No scoring in this one. It's good from long range.
And Young's not shying away from any shot, but especially from long range. That's his meal ticket.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Reed misses. For Mexico City, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. James kicks to Sims. Bangs home the trifecta.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Turner with it. Reed with a screen on James. Pass to Reed. Lets the 3 fly. Connects from 3-point range. Reed's got the lead up to 6 now for the Spurs. For Mexico City, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's B-Train. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Over the course of a season, each team takes on a certain personality. Brent, do coaches try to shape that personality based on their...
Well, Kevin, it's a great question, and I think the best coaches in our league adapt to the personality of the team as it starts to formulate throughout the season. You lean in to what guys naturally are. Some success comes with that.
Now, here's Mills. He has yet to score. Here's Vassell. The shot. No good. Good D by James. Pass to B-Train. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. Sims dishes to James. Goes back up. And he gets it to go. James has got his first points of the night. San Antonio calls timeout. Looney's checked in for San Antonio. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now, here is Young. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. And one of those guys who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trey is, but what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
Here's Whitehead. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Here's Sims. A three-pointer off the mark. Spurs leading by 5. Pass to Mills. Back to Vassell. Mills with it. Just his first attempt. Yep, that one goes. And the Spurs lead by 7.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Smooth. 5 points in the game. Inside, B-Train. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now, here is Young. He's got 5. Vassell outside. And Young kicks to Vassell. Off target with his 3. Mexico City trails by 5. Pass to Sims. Launches a 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Vassell, no good.
He's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And stolen by Vassell. Over to the left wing. Reed kicks to Young. Vassell outside. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists tonight.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Here's Sims. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Smooth. Throws it up high, and it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. San Antonio calls timeout. The Spurs making a switch here. Gassol's checked in. We got a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Mexico City. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, there's the Spurs. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And for Mexico City, with the regular season they've enjoyed, it has to be wondered at this point if they're the team to beat this postseason.
And Young kicks to Reed. Good on the triple. Reed's got the lead up to 11 now for the Spurs.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Sims. Here's Smooth. With the teardrop. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Both teams deciding to change it up. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Smooth. Hands it from downtown. Smooth's got 8.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Here's Castle. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight.
And really a big factor in their win last time out was his work at the line.
Both shots good from the stripe.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Smooth passes to Carr. And George kicks to Matthews. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Here's Castle. 18 points for him. Lets it go with the three. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. George passes to Smooth. Now here's Matthews. And the three off target.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Now here's Reed. 11 points in the game. Puts up a three. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Smooth's got his fifth rebound in this one.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first two shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter. You remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Pass to Vassell. Here's Mills. Picked by Reed. Mills can't hit.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Now, here's George. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's P-Train. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backboard. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession. Almost like they were just giving up on the play.
Well, we saw the same kind of attack in the last game. Ferocious effort in back-to-back outings.
Buries it from three-point range. Castle's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
And here's Carr. Nothing on the board. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Mexico City. On Saturday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Monday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Boston Celtics.
And you know, for that Knicks game, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Catching up on the changes for Mexico City. Mills is checked in, and Irving subbed in for Smooth. And the basket by Vassell.
And that high release point really helps Vassell in that mid-range area.
And Mexico City has possession, following the bucket by the Spurs. Irving with a clean look. The kick out to Matthews. Outside Irving. Now Carr. And once again off the mark by Mexico City. Down low. Knocked loose. Matthews with a steal. Irving passes to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. You have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Vassell, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Irving against Young. Fires, high post. No good from Irving.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Irving against Wembanyama. Vassell. His three-pointers off the mark. Mexico City trails by 6. Outside Irving. Back to Matthews. Lets it go from deep. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous laps there defensively.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They've led by as many as 11 points. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. To the paint. And the basket by Jackson. That's now 8 points for Jaren Jackson.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
And on the way from Irving for three, it doesn't go for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Spurs lead by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
We're back again. Welcome.
Well, right now for Mexico City, holding steady at the 2 spot, I wonder how they feel about that placement on our ranking scale.
I'm sure it keeps them up at night. That's the power of the... And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a tough start for Mexico City. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. San Antonio leading by 5. Smooth out there with Whitehead. And there's B-Train. Then it's James. And it's Sims in at the power forward. Jackson kicks to Vassell. Wembanyama, a screen on James. And for the Spurs, they've got Young. Evan Vassell out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Takes the three. Smooth, that's good. Smooth's got the first basket of the second half here for Mexico City. The Spurs shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Back to Young. Pass to Wembanyama. B-Train with the rebound. B-Train's got 7 rebounds in the game. Young against James. Here's Smooth. Shot clock at 6 for the lead. James, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's Young on the wing. Back to Wembanyama. Pass to Vassell. The kick out to Young. Good on the three-point shot. Young's got 8.
Young with some of the fastest hands in the NBA. Easy to see why.
Whitehead deciding where to go with it. Jacks up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Whitehead's got his second bucket of the night.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Castle. Outside Jackson. Launches it. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And this is something Jackson Jr. continues to work on, wanting to become a legitimate threat from deep.
Here's Whitehead. James kicks to Sims, takes a 3, and the rejection by Jackson. Timeout called here. Mexico City decides to talk it over.
And let's review some numbers for B-Train. And he's an eraser inside, a definite factor defensively, right in that top 5 in blocks per game.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Vassell, the pass to Young. Vassell sends a screen for Young. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Smooth, defended by Young. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
For Mexico City, they've converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Vassell outside. Hits it from three-point range. Vassell's got 11 points.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Pass to Smooth. He's feeling it. That one a 10 offline to the right, but drops in for him. He's got 16.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
And Wembanyama outside. And here is Vassell. No good on the three. To the left side wing. Whitehead passes to James. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. Hassel misses. Mexico City trails by 3. Here's Whitehead. He has 6. Knocked away. Young with the ball. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And here's a guy that's not in coast mode. Jackson is going to give it all he has every minute he's on the floor. That's how he earns the N1. And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Here's B-Train. The shot. No good. Good defense by Wembanyama. Pass to Vassell. Young looking it over. On the wing, Jackson. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got his 7th assist in the game.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D has to respect his range better than that.
Here's Smooth, covered by Vassell.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now, here is Young. He's got 8. Vassell outside. No good with the triple. Mexico City trails by 6. Stolen by Jackson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you love how Jackson Jr. has responded to setbacks and injury in his career. He doesn't get discouraged, just makes him work harder.
Mexico City making a switch here. James outside. Pass to Smooth. They get the rebound.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. And here's Young. Jackson a screen on George. And here's Young from the arc. Smooth with the rebound.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Stolen by Jackson. And now, here comes Young, leading the break. Vassell, wide open. Jackson coming off the assist from Young. Young's got assist number 8 now on the night. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Another part of the credit has to go to what they did on the inside blocking shots. I mean, super scrappy defensively and just affecting a lot of the opportunities that their opponents were putting up.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Vassell.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough.
The height of Wembanyama on the lob. Wow!
Air mail special. Wemby on the catch and flush.
Pass to B-Train. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. And that'll be his third foul so far. Mexico City. Making some changes. Mills is checked in, and Irving subbed in for Smooth. Irving passes to James. Mills dishes to Irving. 5 on the clock. Pass to James. Over Hardaway. James, no good.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Hardaway kicks to Jackson. Young from past the arc. Back to Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama.
And you got to get a body on Wembanyama or he will eat you up down low.
Outside Matthews. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Matthews has got 6.
Well, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Drills the three-pointer. And the Spurs lead by 9.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles taking on the Lakers. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. George passes to Irving. George sets a screen for Irving. Misses the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Young. Pass to Castle. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And Trae Young playing floor general here. So good and so quick at finding the open man.
Mexico City trails by 12. On the wing, Irving. Defended by Young. Matthews, no one around him. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Young against Irving. Pass to Castle. And a miss there on the triple. And Mexico City shooting 44% on their field goal attempts in quarter 3. George finds Irving. They set the pick. Back to George. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Hardaway dishes to Young. A three-pointer, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Irving for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after. 1:27 left in the third. James in the post, defended by Young. Good on the shot.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Outside Hardaway. No good on the triple. Mexico City trails by 10. Outside Irving. George with the screen on Young. Irving looking for an opening. Mills in the corner. Outside George. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. George has got a pair of threes now here in the third for Mexico City. Wembanyama onside. The kick out to Young. Kept alive. Wembanyama getting it done inside.
The size, reach, the bucket is right there for Victor inside.
Now Irving. 7 points in the game. George with the screen on Young. Here's Irving. And the rejection by Wembanyama. The third quarter comes to a close. It's San Antonio up now. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Mexico City trails by 9. They've got B-Train. Whitehead out there with Smooth. Then there's Carr. And it's Sims in at the 4. Here's Smooth to the middle. It's stolen by Wembanyama. And here they come. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Hardaway Jr. with a show of strength who got to the inside there and then converted through the contact.
And Mexico City has possession. Pass to Smooth. To the inside. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wembanyama has got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs. Here's Sims. This one for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And here's Mills from the arc. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Wembanyama has got 3 assists in the game. Smooth passes to Carr. Here's B-Train, defended by Wembanyama. Here's B-Train, and the rejection by Wembanyama. Pass to Whitehead. Mexico City moving it around. 3 on the clock. Goes up on the top of the key. Smooth, that's good. Spurs leading by 11. Wembanyama looking it over. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Smooth passes to Whitehead. Here's Smooth, covered by Vassell. Smooth misses. San Antonio's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Reed. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear San Antonio's coach going over the plan during the break. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. 6 to shoot. Hardaway for 3, and it's Mexico City with the rebound. B-Train's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Carr. Fires the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Vassell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Out to Hardaway. Vassell outside. Hills with it. For the 3. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
And he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
To the middle, stolen. Fast break, here comes Mexico City. He gets it in there. And it's now 22 points for Smooth.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Making plays for others, Wembanyama.
Pass to Whitehead, over to the wing. Now Carr. Here's Smooth. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Carr. Sinks the 3-pointer.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
Mills looking it over. Pass to Wembanyama. Second chance effort, and it's blocked. Vassell against Carr. Here's Sims. Smooth pass it to Beatrice. And he makes that one. And now it's only a 5-point San Antonio lead.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Wembanyama finds Reed. Now here's Mills. Pass to Wembanyama. Second shot opportunity. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Here's Sims, guarded by Reed. Sims, the pass to Whitehead. 3-pointer. A shot by Sims, no good.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Vassell, right side. Reed makes that one his 6th of the night. A very healthy 6 for 9.
And just feeding the open man. Nice recognition there from Vassell.
Pass to Sims. Here's Smooth. Inside. It's stolen by Wembanyama. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And not much you can do besides foul Wemby when he gets that deep.
Free throw good, Wembanyama. Matthews, he's checked in for Mexico City. James comes in for Carr.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's B-Train, defended by Wembanyama. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from B-Train. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Vassell outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Jackson misses. Mexico City has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. James outside. The three-pointer is right on target.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Yes, to Castle. Tries it from 9, and he nails the jumper. Castle's got 26 points. Mexico City trails by 8. Smooth passes to James. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Basket good.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Here's Castle.
And hasn't had as many opportunities at the line as he did in that first half.
And he knocks down the first one.
For the Spurs. Stephon Castle. 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Smooth. Timeout called here. Mexico City decides to talk it over. Whitehead passes to Smooth. Here's B-Train, defended by Wembanyama.
And I'm never surprised when I see Wembanyama put one in the cheap seats.
Here's Smooth, covered by Vassell. 5 to shoot. James, the pass to Smooth, puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Castle.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Young, good.
Trae Young's dangerous because he's got that confidence, and he's ready to shoot anytime he gets it.
Here's Smooth.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
On the wing, James, defended by Young. 3 for Matthews. Rebounded by Castle. Castle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Jackson. Vassell outside. Young outside. Now Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama with an evasive move.
And how about the show Wemby's putting on here? When he gets it going, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
Here's Smooth, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Hello. I mean, that's what I call a move.
That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring. Here's Young. It's blocked, and they get it back. Jackson kicks to Vassell. Young passes to Wembanyama. Second chance shot. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Over in the corner, Matthews. And the 3-ball is good. Matthews has got it back down to single digits for Mexico City. San Antonio's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the 4th quarter. And it's Vassell in the corner. Outside Jackson. Pass to Castle. Fires away from way outside. No good there. Mexico City with the ball. And it's Matthews with the jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
14 foul.
And an intentional foul right there.
Personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
One of the truly elite offensive players in the NBA, Trae Young, can carry a team and more with that shooting and playmaking.
Smooth. Kicks it out to James. Pass to Whitehead. Puts up a deep three. That shot off. So it's San Antonio with the win. They came in here and took care of business. All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.